I stepped into the room, my legs trembling beneath me. The torchlight flickered against the walls, casting monstrous shapes that danced like specters. Princess Nthanda stood in the center of the room, her gaze locked on me, piercing through my very soul. "You've seen too much," she said, her voice unnervingly calm. "But I can make use of you." I swallowed hard, my throat dry. I only came to clean, my princess." She chuckled, a sound that sent chills racing down my spine. "Oh, you clean, boy. But not the way you think." Before I could respond, she extended her hand, and the shadows surged toward me. I stumbled back, but there was nowhere to run. The darkness enveloped me, cold and suffocating, dragging me to my knees. Yet, instead of pain, I felt an unnatural clarity, like the shadows were probing my mind, pulling at my deepest fears and memories. "Do you know why they fear me?" she whispered, kneeling beside me. Her breath was warm against my ear, a stark contrast to the icy tendrils holding me. "It's because I see everything. Every secret, every betrayal, every thought." I gasped, struggling to free myself. "Please, I haven't done anything wrong." Her eyes narrowed, glowing faintly in the dim light. "Perhaps not yet. But I cannot risk you becoming a problem." The shadows tightened their grip, and I felt my strength slipping away. Just as I was about to succumb, a sharp cry pierced the air. The shadows recoiled, and the spell was broken. I fell to the ground, gasping for breath. I turned to see an elderly woman standing in the doorway. She was draped in vibrant Ankara cloth, her hair streaked with silver, and a staff adorned with carvings in her hand. The room seemed to brighten as she stepped inside. "Mother!" Princess Nthanda hissed, her composure cracking for the first time. The woman's gaze was stern, unyielding. "What have you done, child?" she demanded. "You've gone too far. The ancestors warned you about abusing their gifts. This is my kingdom." Nthanda snapped, her voice trembling with rage. "I rule as I see fit." "No," her mother said firmly. "You were meant to protect these people, not destroy them. The shadows are not yours to command. They belong to the spirits, and they demand retribution." Princess Nthanda raised her hand, but the shadows hesitated, wavering as if torn between their master and a higher power. The old woman struck the ground with her staff, and the air filled with a deafening hum. The shadows shrieked, retreating into the corners of the room. "Leave this palace," the elder commanded. "The spirits will no longer heed you. If you defy them, they will take everything from you." For a moment, Nthanda stood frozen, her face a mask of fury and despair. Then, with a scream of frustration, she fled the room, her footsteps echoing down the corridor. The old woman turned to me, her expression softening. "Are you hurt, child?" I shook my head, too stunned to speak. She helped me to my feet, her touch warm and steady. "You've been brave," she said. "But you must leave this place. It is no longer safe." I nodded, grateful for her kindness. As I stepped out into the rain-soaked night, I cast one last glance at the palace. The shadows no longer loomed as they once did, but a sense of unease lingered. I knew I could never forget what I had witnessed. Years later, I would hear rumors of a cursed princess wandering the wilderness, her beauty marred by the darkness she had once controlled. Some said she sought redemption, while others claimed she was still plotting her return. But for me, Princess Nthanda would always remain a chilling memory, a reminder of the thin line between power and monstrosity.